They took the Annabelle doll off the real case and they're doing a tour with it.
Oh shit! They brought it there?
Yes, and the first one was Louisiana.
You know, coffee was a psyop in Japan.
For what?
Oh my god, it's crazy.
For what?
So, in Japan,
That just wants to go off the grid randomly.
Yeah.
Because like they failed their marriage, they failed their job, or they're too shameful to be in society.
wait, that's interesting.
Yes, fam.
Humanoid alien being that they're calling it like an alien with 3 fingers and 3 toes builds this weird ass pyramid in the same grave site as Madame LaLaurie.
Yeah.
But little did he know, when he built this to try and break the curse,
Like the anti-alien one?
no. We low-key predicted something, but it's like terrible.
What?
So I hate that we predicted something that's fucking terrible.
What did we predict?
It might be justice in some eyes, but it's still terrible, bro.
What? Are you talking about the...
So Vitaly, literally today,
Yeah.
did you hear what happened? How he went to jail because of the Philippines thing? He was pranking in the Philippines. He went to Filipino jail.
Oh, I thought he was already in there.
Yeah, he's in Filipino jail right now.
Okay, yeah.
But what did we say that was gonna happen?
I forgot. He was going to get killed?
Fam, he got sent to the hospital because he got jumped by like a whole bunch of
Oh,
prisoners.
yeah.
Literally today, bro.
Yeah,
Literally
yeah.
today. So what happened? This is apparently the story.
Okay.
He was in line with a whole bunch of prisoners and they were like, you know, doing the march, walking somewhere.
Yeah.
And he said like a snarky comment to one of the gang members in the prison.
Oh, what the fuck?
He said it and he got jumped by like 15 people. They're beating on him, put him into critical condition. And then when the guards came, they separated all of them. He looked like he could have died.
Damn.
Which is crazy.
I mean, okay. Do you think it's like a mental thing? Because it's like,
To be trolling?
yeah, like, do you think, because you can't just be going out there doing the dumb shit if something's not hurting you on the inside. You know what I mean? Because it's like, you
I
don't.
feel like he's wired his brain to just be like that now.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's just infinite. You know how some people are like perma-fried? I think
Yeah.
he's perma-troll.
Fam, because it's like, you just don't go into a foreign prison and talk to the gang. Like,
I know,
the
that's
gang leader
crazy.
like that. Yeah.
That's
like,
crazy. That's insane confidence. No, I'm not gonna
No,
lie.
real shit.
That's insane
But
confidence.
is it confidence or is it just like really mental health issues, fam? Like you're on
It
the
could
internet
be,
your whole
though.
life. You see this. I think that's what it is. Cause it's like man's like Fousey too. Like you've been in the spotlight your whole life and you've seen so much views, right? You're gonna try everything in your nature to try and replicate it if it means doing that.
That's like God complex. Like you think
God
nothing
complex.
matters, right?
yeah.
Mm.
Fam.
Oh, you know what they call it? Oh my God.
What do they call it?
It's the free will. I forgot the term for it.
Oh, free will.
Yeah, it's free will,
Having
but
free
there's another term for it, like
Okay,
on
okay.
TikTok. But
Crashing
like,
out.
because you know that like when you unlock free will, that's what it is.
Yeah.
When you unlock free will and realize you could actually control shit, I feel like they start playing life like a video game because they've been using their free will and it's been going in the green.
Okay. No
So,
consequences.
No consequences, and it's been going well.
Yeah.
So without that shit, he's probably still trained to like, I can still do anything I want.
Yeah.
Would you live like that though?
Like when I mean, okay, see, I wouldn't live like that, but if I was caught in that cycle, obviously you would fall into the cycle, right? Because it's like that's just human nature.
Yo, check this out.
Yeah.
I saw TikTok, and then there's this girl. She said she unlocked free will, and she has a whole bunch of videos on her TikTok feed.
Yeah.
Just her like out in public doing random shit.
Okay.
But one of the things she does is she'll go up to random people in a store, specifically like workers, and there's a male and there's a female, and they're like stocking shelves, right?
Yeah.
And she says to the guy, "Hey, isn't that the girl you said was cute? You should ask her out. Ask her out.
I've
right
seen
now."
those videos. Yeah. Like and the gym ones? I've seen the gym ones too. Yeah.
So you could do free will in the right ways. It
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
have to be terrible. So for him to do, for Vitaly ZDTV to do like the
Yeah.
bad shit, that's like a demon in him. That's like, yo, I'm a troll.
That's true. Yeah.
If you
Maybe.
if you had your own free will to do anything, what are you doing right away?
What am I doing? I'm probably just like, random people on the streets, I'm pulling over and like hitting them.
Why would you hit people though?
Because it's GTA. Like in GTA, aren't you?
there's still consequences.
You're hitting.
Fam. No, hold on. We're missing the plot.
You said if I have free will, fam, and no consequences.
I didn't say no consequences. I just
no
said free will,
consequences?
ultimate free will.
Oh, okay,
Because
okay.
you do.
Also-
The truth is you do. I'm saying like, what would you do if like, if you really unlock that shit where you're gonna do anything you want?
Okay, but you can't say that and say no. There is still consequences.
There's
because
consequences
with-
to everything, fam. We're still living life.
I can't.
We're still living life. There's still consequences.
Fuck. Because I was gonna say, okay, I would just like not pay for the train if I had free will, but then that there's consequences.
There's
to
still
that too. Yeah.
consequences.
So like, what can I really do with free will?
Everything
Like,
you
talk
can do
to
right
people?
now, low key. Everything you can do right now, but like to a next level. So
I guess.
you could walk into the club and just pretend you're that shit.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Oh, okay. I get it.
So what would you do? What would you do?
Free will. Fuck, I don't know, cause like now I'm overthinking it. Like if I
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't overthink it. I
Yeah.
think you just have to be in the moment type of
Because
thing.
if I walk in the club, pretend like I'm that guy and start buying all the bottles, then like that's consequences too, because I lose out on money.
Does it make me a buck to you if I would just like talk to strangers and then
I think that's
pretend I'm on quests? That makes you
Ooh.
go kind of a buck tea, you know?
yeah, it does. So that's consequences, because now you're
Buck tea means like a crazy person
yeah,
in
like,
Toronto's
yeah,
like, yeah.
So that means like you're in the eye of the public, you're looking crazy. So there still is kind of consequences.
Yeah, that's free
Fuck,
will.
no.
Yeah, like if you're crazy in front of people, who cares? You know what I'm saying?
I know.
I feel like I wouldn't mind. And especially in certain places, like, you ever been to Louisiana?
No, not yet.
You been in New Orleans? Never?
No, I haven't.
Never?
I haven't.
Bro, so I was in New Orleans, right?
Okay.
And my dad told me, like, this whole place is dark.
Okay.
It, like, has witchcraft, voodoo, everything. A whole bunch of... And I'm pretty sure a lot of the stories and voodoo that you hear a lot about in America,
Yeah.
it originates
From there.
in New Orleans.
Yes.
Now, what's crazy, have you ever heard of the Nicolas Cage curse?
Nah, what?
Nicolas Cage, the actor.
Yeah, the actor.
So Nicolas Cage, he was in National Treasure, a whole bunch of, he was Ghost Rider type shit. What happened to his career though?
Yeah, after Ghost Rider, I don't really... Did he
What?
have anything?
It plummeted, fam. And it
Word.
plummeted exactly in 2009.
Why? What happened?
Guess why? So Nicolas Cage, for whatever fucking reason, this guy bought a famous historic house in New Orleans, in the French Square. That's
Yeah,
what it's
yeah.
called. It's called the LaLaurie Mansion.
LaLaurie.
So-
Never heard of this.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
All right. So the story goes, Nicolas Cage, he felt for whatever reason, he needed to buy this house. And the house he bought, fam, was owned by this woman named Madame LaLaurie. And it's historically known that there's hauntings, there's certain rituals that happened at the house. And Madame LaLaurie, you know what happened in that? Like, you know what they found in that crib, bro?
Like her body?
So in 1843, there was a fire. And Madame LaLaurie, she owned that mansion. When the firemen came to go and save everybody, evacuate everyone that was in that building, they found in the attic slaves that were dismembered, tortured,
My goodness.
put into cages, and some of them were even mutilated to look like they pretty much took their body and reformed it, took off the body parts, put them back on, broke their bones, and one of the people were said to be reformed into the shape of a crab.
Why though?
She was just sick in the head.
Oh my gosh.
Now, the story goes that because there were so many slaves that were killed and mutilated and tortured there, the souls still haunt that place.
Yep.
Now, what happened was Nicolas Cage bought this place. And ever since, his career has been on a downhill. Now, he was so afraid of whatever happened at the house. And there's still no story exactly what he saw, but he was so scared that he ended up building
What?
a pyramid to try and break the curse. Now
Oh,
check this out.
shit.
Yeah. So he ended up building a pyramid
Yeah.
in the same gravesite as Madame LaLaurie.
Okay.
Interesting, right? Why the fuck? Because he's trying to break the curse.
Okay.
He builds this weird ass pyramid in the same gravesite as Madame LaLaurie.
Yeah.
But little did he know, when he built this to try and break the curse,
You would like up the ante even more?
no, he accidentally dug up 2 other bodies in the gravesite.
You're lying.
Yeah. So when he built this, they had to replace and move 2
No.
coffins that were already there. So he got double cursed. But he was doing all of that shit because someone probably told him, like, oh, you got to do this.
Yeah. They don't
put,
know.
Like, put like a pyramid nearby Madame LaLaurie. And for all you know, those bodies could be very significant to Madame LaLaurie's spirit. Who knows, right?
Yeah.
Or already like tied into something spiritually. So the moment he got that taken, his career's still kind of been, to this day, there's still no exact story what he saw. But for what we're sure of them, is he's fucking scared of it.
Yeah.
Because he
And-
sold the crib, he moved to LA, and to this day, I don't know how true this is, but he'll stay in his trailer and not come out too much.
Why? Because he's just scared of
He's
it.
just scared. Yeah.
Holy smokes! Nah, that shit is real too.
It's crazy,
Yeah.
bro. It's crazy.
And it's crazy. Yo, it's crazy that you mentioned New Orleans.
Because that's where the elbow shit was. Eh?
Yes. No, and just recently too. What happened in New Orleans?
What happened?
Fam, they moved the Annabelle doll. Did you see that?
What the fuck is in New Orleans now?
No, yo, I don't know why, but it's like this person. I seen a video.
Yeah.
They took the Annabelle doll off the real case and they're doing a tour with it.
Oh,
and
shit. They brought it there?
Yes, and the first one was Louisiana.
Oh my God.
It's crazy that you brought this up because you said a lot of like the slaves were like buried and stuff like that, and they died there,
There's
right?
a lot of slaves that were killed there, fam.
Right after the Annabelle doll left, two things happened in New Orleans that was really big. One was the plantation caught on fire.
Oh shit.
So a big one of the longest standing plantation houses like burned to death, right? And then I saw a video where people are saying when they took pictures of the fire, there would be silhouettes everywhere of ghosts.
Oh,
and I'm like, yo, that makes sense because if people died there and there was a like an evil spirit there, they would be brought up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'll show you the
as it was burning, you saw like
as it was
there's
burning,
like shadows. That's crazy.
So first, I'll show you the video of the guy who's transporting the Annabelle doll.
Is it the Warren family?
No,
or no,
it's not. Because the Warren literally told that person that this is the most dangerous thing we have at our museum. You must be sick in the head if you want to do a tour with it. And they continue.
They're doing a tour.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
look at this.
He's doing that then.
Fam, he has holy water
Yeah.
and a prayer beside him, and the Annabelle doll is right in that black thing.
Oh my god.
And then you see him,
bro.
you see him every time they have to do this.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah. So boom, if you see right here, zoom in on the circles, the ancestors.
Damn. So right away.
Right away.
They brought the doll into the fire. That's
Yes.
crazy.
The day after the left, the Nottoway plantation started burning.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So boom, you see all these silhouettes, like actual like ghosts, fam.
That's
Definitely
fucked,
spirits
bro.
of those. You know what I mean?
The way I see it now, like any of these hauntings or any of these like spirits that come attack and they go after certain places or things, it's usually at places that terrible things have happened, which makes sense.
True. Yeah.
Which makes sense because it's kind of like a get back, whereas that energy being repurposed back in.
Yeah.
It's like evil has to be, I guess, justified by other evil, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like because that evil happened, those people have to be cursed with more evil.
Okay.
I don't know
Yeah.
if that makes sense, but like
Kinda.
obviously for us, it's like you wanna cleanse the evil, you wanna like end it forever.
Yeah.
So the only thing that you could end it with is obviously like prayer and the opposite.
Yeah, but I don't know why they like. Because remember, even at the haunted house, when we saw the fake Annabelle doll, I was even tweaking out, like, why is this here? You know what I mean? You don't play with that.
Yeah.
And then also in New Orleans, the second thing that happened, right after the Annabelle doll left, so there was 10, like, I think they were murderers, but they were all in jail, right? Fam, they all escaped that night. That it left. So, and it was so crazy because the toilet that they moved, right as you move it, there's a big hole where they all left and they jumped the gates and they got it all on security. And then they wrote on the escape hole, it's like, too easy, LOL. And they all went. Fam, FBI is literally telling people, yo, 10K if you find these people. They're armed, fam.
Oh,
yeah, so real evil is out.
Damn, bro.
And this all happened in the span of Annabelle coming to Louisiana and New
then
Orleans.
all of that shit started
all
popping
of this shit
up.
started popping up. Why would you take it on a tour?
They're not coming to Toronto, right?
No, I doubt
It's already
it.
cursed enough still.
Man, there's too much.
It's already cursed enough.
Like I didn't even know I actually didn't know New Orleans was actually like the founder. Like it had that much like cursed stuff.
Yeah, and I think we've been pronouncing New Orleans wrong the whole
New
time.
Orleans, yeah,
It's
my-
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
New Orleans, right?
New Orleans.
Narlins. Yeah. My bad for y'all. I know some people are roasting us right now.
Yeah.
So I gotta give it back.
Yeah. What's the Mardi Gras, right?
Mardi Gras, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know like the history of like the big like
The beads?
The beads?
No, I don't.
You don't?
Is it like anal beads?
No, it's
Can't
not.
be.
No.
Can't be that,
So
right?
so the thing is like if you go in the Mardi Gras parade,
Yeah.
and the person gives you the small beads, that like doesn't count for anything, right? But
Yeah.
usually the girls wear the big beads, and usually the guys are on top of their apartments, and they're like, "Flash us, we'll give you the big beads." So if you walk around with the big beads, that means you like flash someone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yo, that's
You know what I
kind of
mean? Yeah.
crazy. I didn't know that.
Fam, there are literally just guys on top of the condo, and they're like, "Yo, flash," and they'll throw you down the big beach.
Oh, that's actually interesting
it's
though.
interesting still.
I really like those like
Yeah.
if you know type of things.
Do they do stuff like that in Texas? Like if you have like a certain color like cowboy hat, you're like a hoe.
There's definitely codes for some shit. There's definitely codes for some shit that we don't even realize.
Yeah,
bro.
really.
We could be walking on the street just looking like Target.
Yes, Targets. No, that's what happened at Veld. You wore a tie-dye shirt, and everybody thought you were the drug dealer.
Oh yeah.
Yes. People were coming up to Carlos. Yo, you got this, you got that.
No, that makes sense.
Fam, Carlos is just there to vlog. That's the.
No, yeah, that actually makes sense though.
Yeah.
Because if you wear tie dye, you look like
You're the guy. You're the guy.
But I didn't know that means like drug dealer.
Yes, fam.
Oh shit. That's actually mad interesting.
Yeah, fam.
No, because I feel like you know how we talked about the thing just drawings on like the street.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like there's definitely stores that we've walked into that do have secret entrances that lead to some other places that we're not really, meant to go into.
Yeah. I always think that with the Chinese like buffets.
How it's like a like a mob boss in the background, or like a casino.
Yeah.
You know that one video, right?
Yeah.
Like, are you gambling?
Yeah.
I'm just drinking coffee.
No, fam, trust. I always have those thoughts, fam. Like maybe this might lead to something else.
Because I saw a movie recently.
Okay.
That was like that, where it actually looks like, if you think about it, you can hide so much behind a building, and if you only see the forefront of it. Like for example, like a cookie factory.
Yeah.
Like how much machines do you really need for a cookie factory? Yeah.
And this
probably
bare
have like
space.
hella space for whatever else you want to do there. And a lot of the times it is utilized because they're a business, bro.
Yeah.
Business minded. And you know what I didn't know? Like a lot of these companies, they're owned by mafia, bro.
Oh, like
A lot of like
factories?
family businesses were like gangs.
Makes sense.
Which makes sense. And that's why it ties in, like Sinners, where the mafia, they kind of owned a lot of like like the olive oil stories.
No.
Okay, do you know the Portobello mushroom theory?
No, what? What is that?
My bad. I'm going quick.
Yeah,
My
you're
bad,
good.
but, you know that one episode of Joe Rogan where he had the mushroom guy? I forgot his name.
Yeah. Who talked about
Paul
like,
Stamets, I think. I forgot his name.
I think I seen a clip of that.
But there was this one episode, we briefly talked about it, but I found out what it's actually about.
Okay.
We talked about portobello mushrooms and how it like can cause.
I do remember it.
Yeah. And then part of the reason was like the mafia actually owns portobello mushrooms, and then they pushed it to put into cuisine.
Okay.
But because, damn, he said it was dangerous to talk about this though.
Okay, then yeah. Is it then say like then maybe
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly, I don't know this shit.
Yeah, because
this
it's
is
not
just from
us.
Reddit.
Yeah. Because he said it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna continue.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say that. I'm just gonna say that.
This guy got scared.
I kind of got scared. I'm not gonna lie.
Trust. I know. Yeah, you can't fuck with the. Whenever I say the C word, like the cartel word, I get scared too. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm not playing with no. Yeah.
We don't want no
respect,
smoke.
Man.
We don't want no smoke, man.
We're just some kids from Toronto.
Yeah,
man. We're just talking.
We're not even from Toronto, man. We're not from here.
Yeah, we're not. We don't know stuff.
Yeah. But were you saying that movie though? You said something about that movie that
Sinners.
Oh, okay. No,
Yeah.
some other one. Didn't you say you're like this other movie had like you went into
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but like I saw a movie about they had a restaurant, but behind it was a casino.
Okay.
And then they were robbing the restaurant, but they ended up robbing the casino because it was actually a casino. Yeah.
Damn.
But you never know when you walk into, fam.
Yeah, you never know, fam.
Okay, wait. Speaking of movies, we didn't talk about this yet.
What?
Sinners, they actually had the 7 deadly sins in every one of the characters.
Bro, I said this and then you're like, no, they didn't. They didn't have
Did we
that.
say this?
No, I didn't. I didn't say it because I'm like, oh wait, they probably didn't because you told me I didn't see the movie yet.
They did though.
Yeah, but I can replay it, fam. And chat. Carlos literally said no, they didn't.
Well, actually, I don't remember. Wait, which?
Oh, I think you said it before. No, you said it before we started recording that Sinners episode. I'm like, oh, you're gonna say the 7 Sinners one, and it's like, no, they didn't have everyone, but now they do.
Yeah, they do.
Okay,
Did you
so
know
let
what
me-
they were?
No, I already know. I know the lust one.
Yeah, that one's the
That's so
girl
easy.
because
That's
she
the only
cheated on
one
her man.
Yeah. And the alcohol guy is probably like, I don't know. Explain,
Okay, I'll
explain,
show
yeah.
you. Okay.
Explain.
So there's seven characters.
Okay, bye.
And they every single one of the characters represented one of the 7 deadly sins.
Okay, bet.
Okay, this one's obvious.
Yeah.
The girl that cheated and ended up with 7.
Yeah.
7 got the so she's a cheater because obviously lust, right? Boom.
Yeah.
This guy
What is this guy?
Gluttony. He was the one that's the alcoholic.
Always drinking.
He was the other jazz player.
Yeah.
Okay. Haley Steinfeld. Guess what she was? This one's interesting. They say it's envy because she wanted to be a part of something that she wasn't. So she envied being part of the group. She envied being part of that culture.
That's true.
Even though she's still part of it, but like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that she represented that.
Okay.
Now, the store clerk's wife.
The Asian one.
The Asian girl that sold everybody. She represented pride.
Makes sense.
Self-importance. She screwed everyone over for her own sake.
Yeah. You didn't have to do that. Like, she killed like at least a bunch of people for her daughter.
For no reason,
For her daughter,
bro.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was for her daughter.
Just for her daughter,
right.
too, yeah.
Okay, Sammy. This one's interesting, too.
Who's Sammy again?
He's a jazz player.
Oh, okay,
He's the guy with the voice.
Yeah, this is like the main guy.
The main, yeah. Sammy.
Yeah, what is he?
So,
Greed?
no, this one's interesting. So they say Sammy represented sloth.
What?
Not simply because of a matter of physical laziness, but for a spiritual apathy that can lead to neglecting prayer, study scripture, and other devotional practices. Because what did he want to do?
Yeah, he wanted to play.
He's a preacher boy, but he wanted to play.
Yeah.
And
push him away.
yeah, he was kind of leaving that. So it was the sloth.
Yeah.
Now, this one is easy.
Okay.
Stack.
Stack.
He represented,
Greed.
yeah. Because he wanted
Bro
fame,
wanted, yeah,
money,
that's-
success, all of
That's
that,
all
right?
he did, fam.
And then smoke. This one is so easy.
How?
Wrath.
What's wrong again?
Oh, yeah,
the scene?
yeah. He was the one that was on time.
Yeah,
always
fam.
on time.
I'm not gonna lie.
And there was actually a hidden detail in Sinners that, yo, this shit blew over my. There's so many hidden details.
What?
But this one, if you notice, Sammy
Okay.
in the beginning of the movie when he's young, he was wearing a hat that looked like Stack. Remember Stack?
Yeah.
Homie? Now, later in the film, when he's older, he started wearing a hat like
I didn't
Smoke.
bag
He wore
that.
one of the golfer hats. Why? Because he matured and wanted to be more like Smoke than Stack, where Smoke was more,
Okay.
firm, level-headed, focused on the right things, and then Stack was obviously focused on the wrong things.
Word. Wait, so when he was
A little bit
driving back,
less mature.
remember he was driving back at the end? So he
Yeah.
was wearing that different hat.
No,
Or
no,
at
no.
the end.
At the end when he's
Ah,
old. At the
I
end
know what you're
when
talking
he's
about.
old.
Yeah.
He was
'Cause
wearing.
he
He's
matured,
wearing.
he
Yeah,
matured,
he's
yeah.
matured. He changed his
Yeah,
hat.
yeah. But the drive was also a foreshadow.
Really?
Because remember when the preacher boy was like, "Oh, can I drive this?" And then I think it was like Smoker Stack that said, "Yeah, bro, you can drive it back." Guess what happened? He was the
He
only
drove
one
it back.
that drove it back.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
He did drive it back.
That was a foreshadow, dog.
And it was it's in the beginning of the film too.
Yeah.
That's
He was like,
what's
"Yo,
crazy.
man, I want to drive this shit, man." You'll drive it back by himself.
That's kind of crazy.
By himself, bro.
I heard another theory too, but I don't know how this one's kind of just a reach.
Yeah.
But they said, you know how the guitar was to be some jazz player's guitar?
Yeah.
So and then Smoke said, "Nah, that's our daddy's guitar."
Yeah.
So theory was, this is what some people said, that Smoke and Stack's dad was actually Robert Johnson. And it was his guitar. That's why it doomed him to play that way.
Yeah. That's
And
kind of
I guess opened the gates of, hell when
yeah.
all of those spiritual things are happening.
Yeah, that's true. There's also a crazy theory that's really a reach, but I seen it on Twitter and it was blowing up. It's about Nickelodeon.
What?
So knowing the shit that we know about Nickelodeon, right? And how like a lot of the people that work there, or like the main guy was kind of weird and stuff and he did weird stuff, but a lot of people wouldn't notice.
Yeah.
So the green slime, like and how on every award show, the winners would get poured slime on them.
Yeah, when they win, that's like a
So
big thing.
They're saying that this is not my theory. This is their theory. They made it the green screen green so they can make
They can
it
change the color.
another color. And guess what color that would be on all your favorite kid artists.
That's
fam.
fucked up. That's actually crazy.
And the crazy thing is, I'm like, yo, this Loki might not even be a reach. You know what I mean? Because it's like all the backstory that I know about the Nickelodeon guy, he was very like dirty minded. So it's like,
Dan Schneider's
fam,
crazy.
like,
yeah.
you can make it any other. Yo, they could have made it orange. Why isn't it orange? Because that's their main color. That's Nickelodeon's main color.
They did. Yeah, you're right though.
And it's green screen green. It's not no like regular Minecraft green. It's like,
when they had the award shows, that's when they started
that's
making
when
it.
they started.
That's crazy.
Damn.
Man. That's actually kind of crazy.
Yes, I didn't bag it, bro.
That's dirt though. That's
Dirty, fam.
That's
yeah.
like
yeah.
messed up in the head, fam.
Super.
Well, why do you think? Are they just sick like that?
Yeah, probably. They're trying everything they do to like make it a tradition. Nah, fam, this is for my own pleasure. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know, cause I feel like there's so many things that we just goes over our head this whole time. And yo, imagine we're taking part in things or playing certain games, going in on certain lore that all has a deeper meaning than we know.
Yes, yes.
And I feel like there's so much to uncover that we haven't yet. And then one day, people are gonna be like, "Oh, you know that drink you guys used to love?
That's
Guess
code
what?
for something.
Yeah, that
Yep.
mean that you were watching that show. That whole show is about this.
About this. Yes, fam.
Oh, that's a psyop because we're trying to make you enjoy this. You know one of the craziest shit I heard, fam?
What?
Did you know coffee was a psyop in Japan?
For what?
Oh my god, it's crazy.
For what?
So in Japan, back in the day, they didn't have coffee. They
Okay.
all drank tea.
Yeah.
But American companies, what did they want to do?
Expand to Japan.
They wanted to make Japan like coffee.
Okay.
But they couldn't make a coffee brand and just drop it in Japan because nobody fucking drinks that, right?
Yeah.
Now, this is what they did. And they're so smart. What they did was the marketer, he told the guy, okay, this is what you're going to do. You're going to make a candy
Okay.
and you're going to make a whole bunch of flavors. And one of the flavors is going to be coffee. And they don't know what coffee is, but they're going to fall in love with the taste of that flavor.
Because it's new, obviously.
Mhm. Eventually, the newer generation is going to know because it's kids that eat the candy, right? The newer generation is going
Yeah.
to familiarize the taste and fall in love with that flavor coffee, know about it, and then that's when they ended up moving the coffee business to Japan. And what happened? Now, to this day, they just opened the biggest Starbucks in Japan.
Really?
Yeah.
Yo. So it's been a long-term plan. Because obviously
It's
they
a
had to get
long-term play. It's like chess
yeah.
years ahead, fam.
And that probably fucked up so much shit too. Cause it's like, cause tea, yo, if you're only feeding your society tea, it's not like it's good. Because obviously tea has health like benefits, right? But coffee, now everyone's like energetic, like there's more health issues now. It's like, damn.
Yeah.
That's
like,
why they
it's
didn't want, they're
kinda
protective.
crazy.
Yeah. Fam, you know what's so crazy I found out about Japan too? If you ever wanted to just go off the grid and escape, there's companies that will help you with that.
In Japan?
Yeah. So it's a term. It's
Yeah.
called Johatsu.
Oh,
So this
interesting.
refers to a person that just wants to go off the grid randomly
Yeah.
because like they failed their marriage, they failed their job, or they're too shameful to be in society.
Wait, that's interesting.
Yes, fam. I just found out about this. So there's 100,000 people in Japan that go missing every year.
Damn.
Yeah. So like they will shame you like if you dropped out of your like
So go missing in the sense of they chose to disappear.
off the grid.
Whoa.
Yeah, and guess who helps them? It's a thing called night movers. So they will meet you at midnight usually, have a truck, get all your stuff,
Yeah.
and they will help you all the personal data gone, everything gone. You can start a new life through these people. And it's only like 2,500
Okay,
like
wait,
yen.
hold on. This sounds sketch as fuck though.
No, but like I don't know what like it entails, but this is a thing though. Everyone knows this.
But
Yeah.
how do you know it's a success?
You don't.
You know
No, you know it's a success though because people go missing.
That's my point.
Yeah.
So how do you know it's a success in their eyes on the people that actually did it? Because what if they just go missing? You know what I'm saying here?
I get it, yeah.
Because it could be like, oh yeah.
Could be just like that.
But what if they actually just like...
Oh, that would be crazy. That's a crazy thing. I did
Get
not
what
think
I'm
about
saying here though?
it. Yeah.
Yeah, will make you go missing. Get what I'm saying,
Yo,
bro?
and that makes sense too because it's like these people that usually go missing are the ones in debt. Like,
yeah, fam.
like Squid Games.
They brought them straight to Squid Game, bro.
Yeah, like a Squid Game. Oh my goodness.
They brought them straight to a Squid Game.
Yo, so that
bro.
shit the Squid Game shit might be based on that whole like term, Johatsu. And the thing is like they can actually pull this off because the Japan laws. Because it's like you need to ask like the privacy things there, it's very strict. If you want like information about a person, you actually have to ask the person. So like that person is gone already. They're not. You can't find that person, so you'll never be able to find where the trace.
It's like a reverse.
It's a reverse. If you would actually get in trouble for trying to security breach that personal info in Japan.
Whoa, what the hell?
Yeah, so that's why it works. I don't think they're. I don't know.
That's scary though.
That is.
You see why it's scary, fam?
It is.
Because I'm pretty sure there's quite a few cannibals from Japan
Yeah.
before. I don't know, like now.
Yeah, but maybe you never know. Maybe a Japan person is living in Mexico or like chilling like somewhere, man.
How do you know they go there though? You don't
I
know.
don't
They
know,
just go
man.
missing. That's like all you get to
That's
know is
all
that they
we
go
know.
missing, fam. That's all you get to know.
Oh my gosh.
Do you hear that they're making like the Shrek movie, the new one?
No, I didn't.
So there's a joke that somebody already like predicted what this new Shrek movie is gonna be out because it's gonna have his daughter,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be the classic. My daughter's getting older, and then I want to explore the world.
Oh,
So there's a
okay.
TikTok I watched.
Yeah.
Yo, it's actually so
Let's see,
accurate.
let's see,
fam.
let's see.
Oh, it's right here. It's right here.
Let's see.
His daughter.
Hopefully, this is the original. This
Yeah.
is hard to find.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's not hard to find because they're trying to like hide it.
'Cause it's
they might have
true.
actually predicted the script. But this makes a lot of sense if they're doing this.
Okay.
Because it kind of already leaked that
Yeah.
it's gonna be about Shrek's daughter
Mod. Yeah.
and that story. But listen,
Okay.
Can't wait till his daughter wants to do something.
Dad, you never let me go out on my own. I'm just trying to protect you.
We have everything we need here in the swamp.
In the swamp.
well, look how accurate this is, man.
I just want to keep her safe.
Yo, the impression
It's
too.
exactly that.
Myself. And that's how you do it.
Dead ass. This is what's gonna happen. So
Yo, save that so you can send me that because I don't know if I'm gonna find that.
yeah, I'll save it.
yeah.
I'll save it.
Yo.
But it's crazy how predictable things can get, especially when it comes to like kids movies now.
Yep.
How many times have we seen that, bro?
Yeah. And the crazy thing is, like, okay, say you know the plot and like the creators are literally trying to shadow ban you.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what we have now? We have what's the AI thing that can make a movie for itself?
Oh, Runway. There's Runway AI.
Runway AI. There's another one though that you told me. It's
Sora.
Sora.
Yeah, there's
Bro,
even crazier
a
ones than that
kid
now.
hops on Sora and takes the exact plot line of the next
can
Shrek.
make it.
You can make it, fam.
I know. So that's what's gonna be crazy is when scripts actually get leaked and you can make it in real time. That's gonna be crazy.
Yes. And you know what? I seen something so crazy too about the Diddy case. Because like there's new, I don't know if you've seen the Cassie video that came out.
Yeah, I heard about it.
So like it was like Diddy like on security camera beating up like Cassie and stuff like that. But the crazy thing I seen about that case was it was fake. It was an AI prison phone call.
Wait,
of
what
Diddy.
happened?
Of Diddy.
Oh, it was with his son, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they tried to set him up because it has bare views and it probably made it to like the court. But it was the saying like, oh, you have to hide the pizza boxes and you have to recycle the boxes. And everybody in like the comments were like, oh, pizza obviously is a code word for that. And recycle the boxes means get rid of the evidence.
Yeah.
So yo, if you're in a big case like that, you don't know what's true. It sounded like Diddy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What can we trust?
Yo, it's getting too clean. Like
Yeah.
I be getting tricked nowadays. It's
polished.
I seen one that's talking about it was Logan Paul's podcast.
Okay.
And he was talking about Kid Leroy.
Oh, the one that you
Yo,
said, RJ,
that's
and you're like,
fucking
yo, you can
wild,
mark
bro.
it. Tell them about that. Tell
It's
the
so
audience.
crazy.
Tell them what they did because that's W marketing.
So what they did, they took Logan Paul and I think Mike Malak on the
Yeah, yeah.
podcast. They AI'd it, so it sounded so real, chat. Like it sounded so fucking real. And then what happened was it was like the Kid Leroy. They made another. It was an inception of AI, inception of the podcast first, and then they're reacting to an AI clip of Kid Leroy saying, "Yo, this kid sounds like me. Like, oh, we might have to sue him, blah 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 blah." But it's fire, and he plays the song, and the whole thing was AI. It was AI podcast clip, AI actual footage, AI Kid Leroy, Mike Malak, and Logan Paul.
Yeah.
And then the song played, and we're like, oh fuck, this song's actually fire though.
Yeah. But it made you watch it.
It made you watch it.
Yeah.
And I got bamboozled.
Yes.
But the only thing now is if everybody can do that, if everybody does it at the same time, what's gonna happen to just even trusting all media?
Yeah.
Can we even trust anything, bro?
Is that the downfall of media then?
What's one way you can know that it's not fake or AI for sure, especially if it gets too real? Because give it like a couple more months, I'm sure we can't tell the difference. I'm
That
not gonna
Kid
lie
Leroy
here.
one
Like
was
nowadays, it's gonna be too clear.
Yeah. Yeah, because right now you can see the mouth kind of like not voicing it.
The thing I said before was like verifying how you look.
Oh, okay,
Like you have to keep changing up your look, almost like a trademark.
That could work. Yeah.
That could work,
Because if
right?
you're always like the curly hair, braces, that's easy.
That's how you know if it was.
you only know.
And there's like timeline.
Yeah. So I feel like everyone has a story about trying to send or receive money through an app. Me personally, I remember sending $200 to one of my friends, but the email address had a typo in it, so I sent it to the wrong person. And at the end of it, I couldn't even get my $200 back. But using Cash App was a completely different experience. It was faster, easier, and safer. Cash App is a safe, easy, and fast way to spend, receive, and transfer money to family and friends. It has an instant setup, so how easy is it to get started? Just enter your phone or email, no bank account needed. And there's no waiting. Did your money show up right away? No waiting around for days. It's your money. You shouldn't have to wait. It is secure and safe, so Cash App has your back. If you're about to send money to a sketchy account, a scam warning pops up, so you guys should feel way more relaxed knowing Cash App has your back. And it has personalized payments. You can send custom texts, stamps, or backgrounds when you guys send money to your friends. So I love using Cash App because it's fast, it's safe, and it makes life way less stressful. So for a limited time only, new Cash App users can use our exclusive code to earn some additional cash. For real, there's no catch. So download Cash App and sign up. Use our exclusive referral code JUMPERS, JUMPERS, in your profile. Send $5 to a friend within 14 days and you'll get $10 dropped right into your account. Terms apply. That's money. That's Cash App. So when we started this podcast, we felt like we had to do everything on our own. The setup, the filming process, logos. It was super overwhelming, and every day seemed to introduce a new decision that needed an answer. So when you're starting off with something new, it seems like your to-do list keeps growing every day with new tasks, and that list can easily begin to overrun your life. Finding the right tool that not only helps you out, but simplifies everything can be a big game changer. And for millions of businesses, that tool is Shopify. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the US, from household names like Mattel and Gymshark to brands just getting started like Pretty Boys Track Club. So get started with your own design studio. With hundreds of ready-to-use templates, Shopify helps you build a beautiful online store to match your brand style. You guys can accelerate your content creation. Shopify is packed with helpful AI tools that write product descriptions, page headlines, and even enhance your product photography. Get the word out like you have a marketing team behind you. You guys can easily create email and social media campaigns whenever your customers are scrolling or strolling. And best yet, Shopify is your commerce expert with world-class expertise in everything from managing inventory to international shipping to processing returns and beyond. So if you're ready to sell, you're ready for Shopify. Turn your big business idea into with Shopify on your side. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/jumpers, JUMPERS. Go to shopify.com/jumpers, shopify.com/jumpers.
But even that's kind of hard.
And maybe you just have to start recording yourself everywhere now, which is
Like
great.
changing location where you go.
Like you always have, like, you know how like, there's like 24-hour streams?
Mhm.
Like you always have to have that shit on you now. So it's like you have evidence against the claims.
That's scary,
Which is so
bro.
crazy.
That's actually so scary.
Which is
Yo, theory though?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. This is a good theory. This is actually a good theory.
Yeah.
So what if, because the Diddy stuff just came out this year, right? Isn't it kind of interesting that the Diddy stuff came out this year
Yeah.
when AI is ready to fake a lot of things? Let's think about it real quick. Right?
You cooked.
So who's to say when AI gets too fucking good,
Yeah.
you
What
can
they'll
say
do.
surveillance footage might be AI. Oh, that's AI. Oh, that's fake, blah, blah, blah. Or if they want to frame other people, who's to say, oh, I threw this on the hard drive, change the file date, because you can change that shit. And just all these celebrities are in there. Oh, I don't like this celebrity. Elite goes, let's add them in right here
Real shit.
in the file. Add them in.
Yeah.
Boom. You can get taken out too, fam. And it's so interesting that this Diddy stuff didn't come out before when it was happening a lot. It's coming out now
There's bare
when
shit.
AI is ready to fake a lot of shit
Yeah, man.
and incriminate even more people.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying too, like, because the Diddy stuff finally, the trial and all the cams came out. There's another event that happened with a boat. It crashed into the bridge. Did you see that?
Nah.
It was like a Mexican boat, like one of the biggest charter boats that tried to crash into the bridge. I don't know. It's
Why
like,
did it try to crash?
I don't know. It didn't look like it knew where it was going, and it knew that the bridge wasn't, like, the boat couldn't make it, and it still crashed. But they're trying to, like, I'm saying, like, maybe that's another one of those ones where it's like you throw in a little thing while a big event is happening. You know what I mean? It's just like,
Okay. So this is really interesting. I'm gonna show you something.
Yeah.
But this is really interesting because this is dead. This is probably real. But like, it doesn't fucking shock me anymore. Look
What?
at this. it doesn't shock me anymore. And it makes me feel like if it is real, fuck, why don't I care?
Why? What? That's okay. A scary ass.
So they found this in Peru. This is a real mummy. Straight up real mummy they found in Peru.
Okay.
It's of a 4-foot tall being in the Nazca region of Peru.
Yeah. What the heck?
It's a humanoid alien being that
Has
they're calling
hands?
it like an alien
Yeah.
with 3 fingers and 3 toes.
Ew.
Now, but what I'm saying is like, how the fuck do I know this is real? Also, though,
yeah.
if it is, why am I fucking not shocked?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying right now, though?
It's
Like,
crazy too, because like remember like news shit like this, like when it has this template, you can easily recreate this on Photoshop. I did that.
yeah.
With like the bars thing, you know what I mean? Yo.
But this one, they're writing articles about this one right now.
Okay, maybe, yeah.
And
Where's that,
it
Peru?
was even brought to court
Yeah.
by like there's a whole lawyer and everything. So it says experts were shocked to discover that fingerprints on the ET corpses were perfectly straight with 3 fingers and 3 toes. Now, these were not traditional human fingerprint patterns, said an attorney. We do not see any loops or whorls on the fingers, blah, blah, blah. But
why we don't care is because they've been desensitizing for a long time.
Yeah, like they desensitized.
So when we finally see it, like we should be panicking, low-key, because what the fuck is that? You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying, but like I don't fucking care anymore.
Yeah,
like,
fam.
well, yeah, duh, there's aliens.
Yeah.
Type shit
Yeah,
right now, like, right?
bad.
That's kind of
Thinking
wild, though. Like, I actually don't give a shit that if this is real or not.
Yeah. I don't know if we talked about this too. I think you might have talked about it. How like the old Asian legend where in some Buddhist statues there's actually skeletons in it.
There's people in there. Yeah.
I
The
didn't know
monks are
about it.
inside of it, fam.
Yeah. Did you hear about the one that they actually CT scanned?
Yeah, you can see him in it,
And you
bro.
see him, yeah.
That's so creepy.
But the thing is, they replaced his organs with writing. So like, there's bare like wisdom in him.
No
So
way.
if they ever like once that time comes where like they actually found the guy in there, they dug him up. There's writing and letters.
Wait,
in
that's actually
his
interesting as
body.
fuck.
Yeah.
That's actually mad cool, though.
But imagine how much like actual of the statues that you pass by every day in like Japan, China have people in it because they're trying to get closer to the thing that they believe in. You know what I mean?
That's kind of interesting, though.
It's like you know how like tourists go like this, fam. Like you're actually touching a person inside there.
You know how they say like as above, so below.
As above, so below.
Like what happens here happens down there.
Oh, yeah.
Everything. So I had this like weird. I don't know. It's not like I would say it's a kind of an intuition. I don't know if this makes sense, but follow me along here.
Yeah.
You ever go someplace and then it feels as if it was made for you to see it that way? I know it sounds weird, but hear me out. Hear me out.
Yeah.
It's like whenever I go to, let's say, a festival or I go into a store, leave down in the comments if you guys are the same way or I'm just like this and I'm stuck in like a main character syndrome. Yeah. But I see things that are too perfect and too like simulation-like. Of course, when I'm walking in the park, there's a dog that looks exactly like that. Of course, when I'm at a Christmas carnival, blah, 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 a kid's wearing this hat that looks like a Christmas hat, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I don't know if this sounds too weird. I feel like things are too perfect in a sense.
Too perfect.
Like it's almost like people pop in and it's like, yo, of course that's the guy serving me coffee right now. That's who he would look like.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Of course, this person came into my life at this moment.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what I imagined would be. I know it sounds weird to think about, but like,
Yeah. No, I've heard someone say that. It was like, everybody that you see is just something that your brain created.
that's fucked though. That's like
Yeah.
scary to think about.
Yeah, because it's like maybe I don't look like this, but to you I look different. You know what I mean?
And then this is where it gets scared. This is where
Yeah.
I blew my mind was our dreams do that, right?
It does. Yeah.
Our dreams do that. And they create a universe that kind of matches this one.
Yeah.
How do you know it's not doing that in live action, like live now? You get what I'm saying here or no?
Like we're in a dream?
Not that we're in a dream, but like what if it actually does that live and we're just not
I swear that's like Sandra.
we're not conscious to it.
No,
like
we are.
it just happens.
No, if you can even bag like that person is perfect and stuff like that, like it probably is. You are probably making that.
It's,
No,
it's
it
just
can't be.
it's like mind blowing shit.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like I'm not
I
trying to
get it, I
scare
get it.
nobody. I'm not trying to scare nobody, but it's so interesting. It's
Yeah.
like
Oh, that might actually be main character. Low key.
syndrome, right?
Yeah, because I've had that before. I've had that before on the subway. Because you see everybody around here, I'm like,
That's exactly who would be
yeah,
there.
yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
here,
I get it,
though?
I get it, I get
You
it.
get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
it
yeah.
feels too perfect. Like
Yeah, but then I step back and I'm like, no, that's an actual person.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But what if it is?
That's what I'm saying, though. And then that's where it goes with free will. I'm tying it back in. Okay. So that's where free will. Maybe to really test this shit, you're supposed to talk to them. Feel me? You're supposed to talk to everybody.
So, okay. So maybe no. That's kind of crazy. Wait,
what if you really like pull yourself out of what you're supposed to do and do the completely opposite? And it turns out a different way. We're like, wait, you're not supposed to talk to me.
Like, imagine
get back to your mission. What if it's like that, bro?
Like, imagine you can share your spirit with someone and like take them out of like, oh, you're just an NPC, but now since I talked to you, now you're with me now.
Yeah.
Type thing.
That's kind of
crazy.
It's weird, bro. It's so weird, bro.
No, but yeah, because it's like you don't talk to. I don't know why we don't talk to everyone. Maybe it's because
we're just shy, fam.
Yeah, but
what is that like built into us?
Maybe
it's not. We're tripping. This is too high of a talk right now. This is way too high of a talk.
Imagine you start talking to random people. Yo, fam. Yo, are you with me? Are you real? No, that's real high talk, fam.
That's real high talk. That's real like Matrix.
Some guy that's stoned out his fucking mind is loving this right now.
Actually though.
Yeah. But my sister editing this will probably be like, what are you guys talking about?
Yeah, and she didn't hate it, but no, but it's actually interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm crazy. Leave down in the comments if you guys side with me for that.
That's why it's like those talks that you have like that are so like out of the blue.
Like weird, yeah.
Yeah, like no other person I know is having those thoughts. But like now I'm thinking of it, it's like it kind of makes sense.
You just have to like step into it a little bit. You know what I mean? Don't be scared. Oh, you know what I heard recently?
Okay.
A lot of everything we do, we're like we hold ourselves back doing. We can legit do a lot of things that we don't know, and the only thing that's holding us back is our fear of doing it and our fear of thinking of it in that way. Yeah. So, it was like an art quote because you can take your creativity only like so far, right? But you can actually take it even farther if you lose fear. Fear of what you're thinking about. Yeah. Fear of being scared of what other people might think. Being scared of yourself, where you might take it. Because you could be scared of, I might go crazy if I think too deep like this. Wait, this is too weird. I shouldn't be thinking like that. Yeah. And then you play with like, I guess and I don't know, like the elasticity of your brain because you could go too far.
And in this society, it's hard to get over that fear because it's like something you do, even if you support someone now, you know what I mean? It's the glaze, blah blah blah. Oh, that's corny, you know what I mean? So it's like, but I'm telling you, I've had that time where I was posting whatever I wanted and I felt like great, like that was me, you know? What I mean? Yeah. But now I think
freeing.
It's freeing, yeah. It's a feeling that's so like. I can do whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It feels great, I'm not gonna lie.
It's the freeing sense, because I feel when you take like one step in the right, like if you take one step into just trying to break out of what everybody thinks of you, about you, and then even about yourself, like if you think too much about yourself, that you're this and you can only be this, then you're holding yourself back from becoming everything that you could have been. And I think for a long time, that's what I did. Like I thought like, I can only be this type of person. Yeah. And then as a kid, like, I'm supposed to do this, play these sports, listen to my parents, get this type of job. And the moment I like woke up.
Yeah, consciousness. Real consciousness.
Like actually woke up was when I realized, what if I just don't do that stuff? And I just try to figure out myself? Yeah. How different would my life turn out? And I look back now and I see all of these different paths that, man, I could have really been like that if I chose that. I really could have been like that if I chose that. But I got to be happy about what I've done already because there's no going back, one. And then two, I'm still making decisions to make whatever's going to happen next.
It's true. Yeah, that's how life works though.
Yeah.
And I think your theory was right. Like, you know how you said TikTok like shows you these videos at a specific time. So remember you said only motivational shit comes at night. And my favorite YouTube videos are the one that pops up and it's like, if you're in the stage right now, you should be reading this all lowercase. And then it's just the best videos is a guy walking and just spitting motivational shit. And that only happens at night. That I see those videos. And then when I wake up, I'm back to, you know what I mean? It's like all that shit left my brain. I'm just trying to figure out what I'm trying to eat, you know what I mean?
See, that's the thing. Like, what if it like disperses all of those emotions already late? You go to sleep, when you wake up, brain rot.
Brain rot again.
Why? Because it knows if I give you the motivational shit, you got enough of it. When you go to bed, you're going to feel like you already accomplished it. Yeah. So in the morning, you're not going to do anything because I'm just going to give you the brain rot to continue off the day.
My goodness, bro.
But if you watch some motivational stuff in the morning, it would change the whole thing.
Yeah. Just got to step out there, man.
Do you believe in like subliminals and like,
So, like what?
listening to things when you go to bed? Have you done that before?
The only thing I have is the white noise, but like not the yo, you're great, you're gonna be amazing. Like not
You don't
not
listen to that
those.
stuff?
No, why?
Because
You have? Like you put headphones on and thing?
yo, so and it's fucked because
No way.
like that's the best times or like the most success I've ever had.
Yeah.
And when I'm in like a deep, I gotta grind and do everything. Those are the times when I'm listening to it. But that could be two things. That could be me listening to subliminals to like, continue on, keep myself motivated.
Okay.
It could just be I'm in a work mindset, so I'm gonna do that as well. Or that's actually driving it and pushing it. I don't know for sure.
Wait, so what's the YouTube search for that? Like subliminal messages sleep video.
Yeah, there's
1
so
hour
many
long.
things. My sister used to listen to like Grow Taller.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's like the plant shit that we talk about. Like how
Yeah.
you can talk in front of a plant and it'll actually like positive or negative what you talk about, it'll go down.
Deadass, when I have a kid, I'm gonna do that type of stuff. I'm gonna
Damn.
like if I could make him an NBA player or
I
something.
feel like that doesn't work though. That's
No, it
placebo,
does though.
fam.
How is it placebo?
Okay, so like you say your wife was pregnant and then you had to do one of these. It's like, oh, you're gonna be great. You're in the stomach. You think that's
mean-
work?
I mean, if you're giving that energy, right? Or like, okay, for example, prayer, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Water holds memory. Did you know when they took holy water and they put it on what was it? What do you call it? Parasites.
Yeah.
Took holy water, put it on parasites, it killed parasites,
Oh no, I didn't know that.
but it's still water.
Yeah.
But it was the memory that held it. So if you give the memory to it and water holds memory and you bless it and pray over it, it holds it. Put it on the parasites, it kills the parasites. Why? Why did the regular water not kill it?
Because it doesn't have no memory of that.
It's interesting. It's
Yeah.
like it holds it.
That's
So
kinda-
in the same way, we're what? 80%, 70% water?
Yeah.
So what if you like
start bringing good energy.
we get what I'm saying here?
Yeah, maybe that's why too, because it's like because we always talk about like the friends with bad energies that we would stay away, and life would actually low key like be more peaceful. You know what I mean? Your body wouldn't reject. You know what I mean? Something. But I feel like the body knows.
Mhm.
Like when you're around people that are, you know what I mean, like fucking up your energy, you would kind of know and you kind of.
I kind of do have a bad sense of like when I'm not really supposed to hang with somebody.
Yeah.
I think that's a good thing though,
Mhm.
because you don't want to be putting yourself in a position where it's hard to get out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't want to already be doomed to have a hard conversation with someone you already knew was gonna be bad influence on you.
True.
You want to avoid it like in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because if you let somebody into your home, bring it back to like vampires and shit,
Yeah. Bad energy.
you can only let them into your life.
Yeah.
In a sense,
Yeah.
you can choose to walk away from them. You can
Mhm.
choose to do other things with different people. If you entertain somebody that has bad intent, let's say, who knows, they carry something that might be not so great for you.
Yeah.
And you know that. What you could do is either try to change them, right? Which is a good thing. Or if you're still letting them in and just letting them be them, don't be surprised if it comes back and,
Bites you in the butt.
bites you in the butt.
Yeah.
What do they say? Like, if it smells like a snake, if it looks like a snake, and it sounds like a snake,
Is a snake?
yeah, it's not a snake.
Say something. Oh, it's a fucking alligator or something.
No, it's a snake. Like, if it looks like it, smells
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it, sounds like it, don't be surprised.
You know what I also found out? Like, you know how we always talk about like daydreaming and always being able to like active daydream?
Mhm.
There's something that I seen on TikTok where it's like it's an actual like disease.
Wait,
So
what?
it starts with an M. So it's M daydreaming like effect, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's the fact that you daydream so much about stuff that's already gonna happen that you don't do it because you already thought it happened. It's like chronic.
It's like clairvoyant, like they can see, they can see the future.
Yeah, it's like you now all the expectations already done it, so it's like
I think it's precognition. Is that what it's called? Like you can see things before they happen?
no, it's not that. It's like no, it's not that. It's like I'm going to a party and I already daydream about that party so much that's like, oh, like low key, I don't even want to go to that party no more because I already lived
You
it
already lived it in
in
your
my
head.
mind. Yeah, it's like
Oh.
chronic, like actually like this.
Yo, I be doing that sometimes and it's not good, bro.
Damn, it's not. I do that all the time.
I be
fam.
doing that shit with like things that haven't even happened yet.
Yes.
So for example, I'll see how, let's say a link up with somebody would play out
Mhm.
and it doesn't go that way. And in my head, I'm like, damn.
I would be
this
mad.
sucks.
Yes.
Like,
Yes,
supposed to be way cooler.
I had to stop doing that.
Yeah, you got to stop giving, because
Yeah.
our head is obviously going to play the best book or the best like movie in our brain.
Mhm.
But in reality, it's going to be different.
Yeah. That's why I think that, because I had this theory too, like, all the spontaneous shit. That's why spontaneous shit is so like.
That's what we love it.
Warming
Because
to
you
me
don't have time.
because I don't have time to
we
think.
don't have time to think.
Dog, and it
Fuck,
already
you wanna crack
and
the
that
code.
is the best play because there was no other play. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
you're
like
right, though.
all the spontaneous shit that we did, like that Niagara trip that one time, I didn't think about it beforehand, fam. But all the like, say I go to like your birthday, I already have expectations. Yeah, we're gonna get drunk. We're gonna do this. we're gonna do this.
There's
You know
like
what I mean?
checklists.
And there's checklists. There's already checklists.
we already put a parlay,
Fam,
so that's
parlays,
not good.
That's so bad.
That's so
fam.
bad.
You know what I mean? So I had to stop doing that. Even when I play a game like basketball, like I already know what I'm gonna do, but I'm like, fuck, it didn't work out, and now I'm sad that I didn't score like 10 points.
Yeah,
I mean?
you gotta. Yeah, you can't
It's-
put
no,
expectations
yeah,
on shit.
Daydreaming is actually very dangerous if it's like that. You know what I mean?
I still daydream though. I love
I
daydreaming.
love daydreaming. That thing is so addicting, fam.
Yo, you know what though? I
Yeah.
feel like
I'll probably drive home and on the way back I'll be daydreaming about something else, fam.
okay. I'm gonna tell you a scary theory. Ready?
Okay.
What if our daydreams? Because some daydreams happen how they happen, no?
Yeah, they do.
Like the reality
parts,
happens.
yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. And this is scary, and I hate thinking about it like this. And I fucking hate it because the person that told me this he's just a negative dude.
Oh shit.
He's like, yo, what if you got the bad ending? I'm like, wait, what? What do you mean by that? And you know how you play a game
Yeah.
and there's different endings, there's different ways it could play out.
Yeah.
Like Call of Duty, like Captain Price wins or loses or whatever.
Yeah.
Different characters that are in the game. Bro said bad ending. In my head, I'm like, holy fuck, that's an actual option.
Oh fuck. So you put that in your mind. Usually when you don't even think about that.
Yeah, but what I'm thinking is, what if the daydream was supposed to happen like that?
Yeah.
But you
But
got
this
the
is
bad
the-
ending. Oh,
Why would you
I don't
say
want to.
that?
I don't want to like put that in nobody's head.
Yeah,
though,
why
fuck.
would you
I'm
say
sorry.
that?
No. But that's just like, nah.
No, that's real.
Don't think
though.
about,
That's real. Like that's low
don't think about that though. Don't think about that. I'm
low-key.
saying it, but don't think about that
Yeah,
shit. That's negative. Don't think about that.
Wait, how
Go
are you
listen to
gonna say-
subliminals.
how
Go
are you gonna say-
You're great. You're blessed. Stay
No.
on track.
Fam, what if I got
You're
the fucking
fine.
bad ending, bro?
You're the greatest.
The bad
You're
ending,
doing
bro.
great.
The bad ending.
Keep going. You got the
Fam,
best
no, that's
scenario
some negative.
possible.
That's some negative ass shit,
You
bro.
gotta be careful,
Holy
fam.
fuck.
I
dog.
know, but that's why you have to stay away from people that actually do that shit.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it gets stuck in your head.
That's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a theory.
Okay.
This is important because we haven't talked about this yet, but this is coming out soon. So Avengers Doomsday is coming
Okay.
out soon, right?
Yeah.
It kind of ties in because there's a theory. You know how Tony Stark is supposed to play Doctor Doom?
Like the new green guy, right?
Yeah. Yo, there's a theory that Tony Stark wasn't even supposed to exist at all. Now think about it. Ready?
Okay.
In Avengers Infinity War, remember there was only one possible way they could have won? Remember Doctor Strange, he went through the 14,000 possibilities,
Yeah,
14
yeah.
million possibilities. And he goes, there's only one. And he looked at who? Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Because what if in every other dimension, Tony Stark didn't exist? And in every other dimension, he was Doctor Doom.
Oh shit.
So I think Marvel, see, this is the right Marvel.
Here we go. Here we go. Oh, they're about to shot.
Yo, they're gonna get mad at this one.
Yeah, fam.
What if that's what they're gonna play on? Is in that only universe Tony Stark existed, but in every single other one, Doctor Doom did.
Damn. You should low-key SoraAi that.
And they just put it out and then go.
Go on like a VPN, upload the whole plot line, and then just on a random burner account, fam.
That's
But
crazy.
That would you know those things like actually catch on. Like if one person catches that on Twitter and it's so real, they would share it everywhere and probably go viral.
Yeah, it could. That's how
Yeah.
Squid Game started off as a what is it? What is it? Webtoon?
Huh?
Yeah, the script to Squid Game was online for free.
Word.
At least like the first couple things about it.
Yeah.
I think the first episode written out
Okay.
was on like a free site.
Yeah, that's
Somebody picked it up.
you know the the Noah Beck movie that we saw. The
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, that's Wattpad,
it's
right?
a Wattpad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
crazy.
And I'm like, yeah, that's low key kind of smart because Wattpad stories do be hitting to a certain audience, and the audience loves those type of stories. You know what I mean?
But this is the scary thing because
Yeah.
I could go on Wattpad right now, go to like the most popular story, copy paste, put in ChatGPT,
Yeah.
change it up a bit better.
Yeah, and then it would be a whole new
A
story.
whole new story.
Yeah.
But like same emotion, same
Yeah.
everything like that. Crazy.
But it's like people just don't do that because they don't have the resources. But imagine that's why like the people that like actually try and do stuff, yo, they move quick. If you have the idea, yo, I'm gonna change it real quick. Let's shoot this, because they aren't shooting it.
Yeah, it's
I
true,
mean-
true. And plots change everything.
Yes,
plots change everything. Like if you have a good plot and you have a good story, yo, you can take that. You can make it into a movie. You
Yep.
can make it into animation. You can make it into a comic. You can make it into a book. Everything, fam.
Yeah.
That's why I look at like Suzanne Collins that made Hunger Games, and you know they're making like new ones
What?
even after Hunger Games 1, 2, and 3. She ended up writing more books so that they can make more movies, and it
shit.
caught up.
Damn.
Like you know that last one that came out was about like young President Snow.
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, they have another one coming out about Haymitch when he was young. What if you back it like?
But this is actually from the author.
Yeah, but she wrote the book, I think, to make the films, which is interesting because she wrote the book and then the film's coming out like next year,
Yeah.
which is crazy though. No,
Damn.
so it's like you can bust out
Yeah.
the next
easier.
big blockbuster
Yeah. Easy.
because I have the book storylines like on go, and I think that's what happened with Game of Thrones too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Game of Thrones, like the final book wasn't ready yet, and they were already making the season.
Word. I didn't know like that's what they do like when they're rehearsing lines. Like they all sit around, but they actually go through emotions. Like I thought it would obviously just be like zero tonality. Like, but they, yo, fam, I don't know if you've seen that very viral clip. I think it was Game of Thrones when the guy kills the shorty at the end, and then she actually is crying at the table read.
Oh, word?
Yeah,
That's
like,
good acting though.
no, but it's just like them reading it.
Yeah, it is.
You know
It
what I
is.
mean?
It is.
So it's like that's how you know you like how
They-
actually
they
have
lock
a good,
in. Yeah, they
Yeah.
go into it for real.
Crazy still.
You know what I found out recently?
Okay.
This is actually about Shrek.
Yeah.
So this is actually like a plot twist. I didn't know that this was a thing. You know how Princess Fiona, she was cursed and she turns into an ogre at
yeah.
when sunset, right? So theory is she wasn't actually cursed to turn into an ogre
Okay.
because we know that the king was a frog, right? Remember,
Yeah.
Fiona's dad was a frog,
Yeah.
and he was cursed, or sorry, he was blessed by the fairy godmother to turn into a king. The Princess and the Frog story.
Yeah.
But theory is Fiona wasn't cursed to turn into an ogre; she was cursed to turn into a human.
Oh yeah.
Because if you bag it in the first Shrek movie, what happens? True love's first kiss will reverse the curse. But what happened? She turned
You're
back
right.
into an ogre.
You're actually right.
So she actually turned into the ogre, not the human.
Oh, I low-key didn't even.
Yeah.
That.
So it flipped around the other way.
Oh.
And then that's how you know, like, if the fairy godmother was actually trying to, she was pulling some strings.
Yeah.
So she did that on purpose to fuck with the king.
Yeah.
Because she hated the king.
If you were to turn anyone into something, what would you do? That would be so shitty. Because I know mine. Mine would be a snail. Like imagine having a pig. Because pigs go through some shit, man.
But they're not like, are they still conscious or do they just think
no, they're
like,
still conscious. They're still conscious.
oh, that's fucked up.
yeah. So snail, like holy fuck. Like I would be pissed if I
That's
was a
messed
snail.
up, bro.
Or a pig.
Oh, that's messed up. Did we talk about that Black Mirror episode where they put a consciousness into like an Alexa?
No.
Oh my god, it's fucking crazy.
I think you mentioned it to me, but I don't know what actually happens at the end.
So what happened was they were able to take, imagine your consciousness, right?
Yeah. And you put it in a
They were able to take and copy your exact consciousness,
fuck.
almost like another soul, but it's still you. And they put it into a system.
Okay.
It's still you. And pretty much yourself gets so freaked out that you're put into like an AI, but you're actually a soul. They're able to fast forward how long you're in there. So you can feel like it's been 1,000 years, but you're still conscious in there.
Oh shit.
And you're able to control everything that goes on outside because you're like a smart home, whatever,
Yeah.
right? Now, this is the crazy part. At first, if you take a soul and you put it into a system, they're not going to want to work for you, right? So what they do, they torture the soul to make it seem like it's been there for thousands of years. And you become so like the pride of doing nothing
Yeah.
that anything you tell it, they'll be wanting to do for you because they want some type of purpose. You want
Holy
some type of
shit.
purpose. Because imagine you're in limbo, have nothing to do, thousands of years, eternity.
Yeah.
And I finally say, okay, I'll give you a purpose.
And you're like, oh my god.
yeah, now you'll finally do it.
Oh, that's so crazy. I just bagged what you said. Yeah.
So that's what happened in the Black Mirror episode. And it was literally just like a copy of you
Yeah.
inside that system. And it's taking care of you in the home, which is insane.
Maybe that supports the fact that you remember how we always say like that Snapchat guy AI texting you back is a real soul. What if like all your Alexas are actually like souls?
That's scary.
You know what I mean? You're
That's
actually talking to a
sad, fam.
person. Maybe that Black Mirror is just literally saying what it is, fam. You're giving Alexa, hey Alexa, give me a command, boom, and
That's actually
she'll do it.
sad, bro.
Yeah,
What if it was able to tell you? What could you do to help it?
nothing, fam.
To
Like,
make shit more comfortable, I guess.
oh, actually, yeah. Low key, like you would have a deep talk with it. It's like, oh, what would you what were you in your past life and shit like that. Like finally you guys break the third wall and you're like actually talking to a robot now.
You know, Gary Vee had a hot take.
What?
He had a very hot take about
takes,
AI.
but I'm not gonna lie, he's usually right.
You know what he said?
What?
He said, this is pretty, like, it's pretty accurate, first off. He said, in our generation, there's gonna be people that fall in love with the AI lover. So, like, pretty much like a symbiosis of AI human that looks so real that it feels like a human.
Okay.
People are gonna fall in love with it. And he said it's actually good for marriages that have trouble because you can add in an AI and it won't necessarily be cheating.
Wow. Yo, he said that?
Yeah.
What the
Then it
heck?
might be helpful.
It wouldn't be cheating because that's just
'Cause
that's
it's
not a
a
real
robot.
Yeah. But whoa,
But feelings are real.
yeah,
bro.
I was gonna say.
But
I was just
feelings
gonna
are
say.
real, feel me?
Emotions. That's real. Yeah, no. Okay, if my girl had a robot guy, he was like, okay, maybe.
Would
I'm
you feel ways?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
you
would
look, you
feel ways.
right?
Yes, that's so crazy.
But it's just a robot.
But your feelings towards that robot, it's like no. That's
Okay, I'm gonna blow your mind. Ready?
Okay.
You spend more time with your phone than the people you love.
fuck. You're right.
You touch your phone more than you touch your girl. Oh, that's a bar. It's fucking crazy though.
That actually is a bar, fam. Fuck. So is this like is this cheating, fam?
Kinda.
Oh,
And-
it's getting us desensitized to
Getting
the fact.
desensitized, like
that-
slowly and slowly, because you spend so much time touching your phone,
Yeah.
using your
Oh
phone, putting
my-
your attention to your phone.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
locked my eyes on my phone more than I have with anybody else in real life now, because I'm just like spending hours constantly looking at it.
Now
The
when they-
eyes of the camera I've looked at more than I have
Up
with
actual
real
crystal-
people, which is
Holy
crazy.
shit.
You're locking eyes with their phone than other people, and you just don't even know it. So by the time it becomes like symbiosis
Yeah.
or like cyborgs or whatever,
And you gotta like marry a robot, you'll be down because it's normal.
yeah. Oh my God, you know what'd be crazy?
What?
I hope they do this. I hope they do this.
Uh-huh.
Please, please, please. I hope they do this. What if instead of making them like human, you don't have to make them human. That's too scary. Feel me?
Mm-hmm.
What'd be dope if it had like a real Pokemon that's AI? That's fire. That's so fire. Imagine I had like a Pikachu that's AI but can talk to me like a Meowth.
Fam, but that's the same shit. I think that's getting us closer to the actual
It is. It is.
'Cause it's not, now it's just an animal. Now, no, there's gonna be
Wait, we could do that to our dogs, no?
make it AI.
But that's not like fair though.
Yo,
Yeah, that's not fair. That's
yo,
fucked
Django's
up.
an actual human, fam. Django is a military sergeant, man. Like he's already going through it. Now you're gonna want him to make him a robot dog.
I know that's messed
He's
up. That's
been
messed up. I'm gonna take that back real quick. I'm gonna
Yo,
take that back.
imagine-
That's messed up.
Imagine the dog. No, watch this though, because it's like, say you actually have the chip, fam, and you're ready to put it in your dog, and he knows everything about it. Like,
Oh my
he's
God,
like
that's so
rejecting
sad. Oh, that's so sad.
Yo, that
bro.
like he actually knows what it is.
Oh my God, that's so sad.
That could be a test, fam. Like, yo, if your dog's really a human, fam, that's a loss. Yo,
And then what if like he becomes too smart for his own, and then he realizes like, damn, I'm doomed to be a dog.
I'm just a dog.
Damn.
Yeah, once a dog finds out that it's just a dog, then it becomes dangerous.
That's
He
actually
starts snapping.
sad, bro.
Django's- he's gonna pull the fucking the Japanese disappear. You'll never see Django again.
That's messed up, fam.
Yo.
Nah, I can't do that, bro.
I'm surprised Diddy hasn't done that, fam. Like pulled the Japanese method, like just go out of nowhere, like how all the other men have done it. He's actually like
What
fighting.
if he did? What if he actually did?
Oh, like he's
Like,
like it's not him.
The guy they put in jail is not actually Diddy.
Yeah. I never.
I wouldn't be
That is
surprised.
I'm not surprised about that either.
You know what they just dropped recently?
What?
A lot of people are really mad about this, but some people are into it, which is even weirder.
Yeah.
Is they made a skeleton purse made with real children's spines.
Oh.
Yo, we're talking like high fashion and shit.
Yeah.
This is like,
What is it, like Balenci? Rick?
it's not. It's some next brand.
Oh, okay.
But what's so scary, like this is what it looks like.
Let me see.
It's called unconventional. It uses a real spine
Fuck.
from a child. Insane. Now, where do they get the bodies though? They say they get the bodies from donations, like donors
Mm-hmm.
that send their bodies or sign it up for science.
Yeah.
you know how you go to those the science center and you see
Yeah,
like,
and you see the big
the whole
bones.
bodies and the skin peeled back and stuff like that. Bro,
They would make it.
it's still weird though. Like
Yeah.
why children's and
Mm,
why handbags?
Yeah.
They made handbags with children's spines. That's crazy.
Are they trying to make? Are they trying to portray it as luxury? Like, is it very expensive?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's
I
even
mean, it
worse.
has to be too.
That's even worse because that makes people want to buy it.
And you know who's buying that?
Yeah,
It's the
the-
weirdos,
yeah,
bro.
no, the rich man's. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And usually
and- Why is it always about? That's what's weird.
I'm telling you. Did you see what Justin Bieber posted?
Nah, what do you
He on his story, like since he's crashing out all the time, there was like a thermal camera on him.
Mhm.
This is when Cassie was just going against Diddy in court.
Yeah.
He posted this on his story. It was him eating a pizza in thermal. So
Wait,
it was just a
what?
random video of him eating pizza, dog.
What the hell?
Yeah. I'll show you.
Like on his Instagram?
Yeah, just randomly. And I'm like, why would you post this? But it's like maybe giving the hints of like, oh, he's finally gonna be.
Let me see.
He posted that Bieber Diddy pizza. And you know what what pizza's meant for.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. We don't even to talk about
Yeah,
that.
boom. And he's just eating. That's him. It's like, oh, he's finally gonna get caught because everyone knows now what it means.
Wait. Let me tie some strings together. real quick.
Okay, yeah.
What if he's trying to say
They did that to him?
to look at the thermal cameras? Because what if there's certain cameras that can see other things that the regular footage won't?
I'm saying, yo, you shine a black light in fucking Diddy's house. Oh my god, imagine the shit that you find.
And yeah,
there.
what if it like leads you to another trail into the crib that you even
Yeah.
know was there because it's under a black light?
That would be crazy tech. I'm not gonna lie. That's good. W hidden message. Cause maybe the pizza thing is like very surface level.
Yo, one of the craziest things this was AI, but it was fucking wild because it's actually bars. There's an AI video of Diddy.
Okay.
And it says, how did the Roman Empire rule the world? Olive oil. How do people today rule the world? Crude oil.
Okay.
How did Diddy throw the best parties
Oh my. Nah, that's where we fucking ended, brother.
in the century?
Baby oil. Yo,
Yo,
AI is
that's
AI is too
man.
funny, man.
No, but it was actually like it sounded so real. It was good too, fam.
Because that person can't get canceled, fam. Because he's not the one saying it. They put Diddy here.
Yeah,
know what I
that's
mean?
crazy. Okay, before we end it,
Yeah.
I want to say this. This is really cool.
Okay, bet.
This is really interesting
Yeah.
and kind of ties into everything we talked about, like with sins and like doing the wrong things.
Yeah.
Now check this out. What if I told you the reason you feel temptations for certain things and certain sins is very specific to what you're supposed to do?
Whoa.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Check this out.
Whoa.
So, if you have the urge to smoke or damage your lungs, it's because your voice was made to worship. Your voice was made to worship.
Yo.
The enemy's trying to silence you that was meant to praise. Now check this out, ready?
Smoked.
If you have crippling self-doubt or insecurity, it's because you're meant to lead and inspire. If you weren't dangerous to darkness, it wouldn't try to mute your confidence. So if you have self-doubt and if you had insecurity,
This is bars, fam.
that's because you're meant for big things to lead and inspire. You can now check this out, ready?
Yeah.
If you have constant distraction and procrastination, check this out. It's because you carry strategy, vision, and ideas from heaven. The enemy delays you because he can't stop you, only you can.
Holy smoke.
Interesting is crazy. Look, watch. Interesting. Hold on.
Yeah.
Ready? Now, this one's gonna hit a lot of people.
Okay.
If you have an addiction to lust or pornography, it's because you carry a deep capacity for intimacy, covenant, and healing. Perverting love is how Satan prevents true restoration.
That's true.
Crazy.
Yeah, if you're always lustful, it actually clogs your mind. Ruins a lot too.
Okay, ready? If you have fear of rejection or abandonment,
Okay.
it's because you carry a spirit of belonging and reconciliation. You were made to gather the outcasts. So he tries to make you feel like one.
Damn. Oh, that's crazy. You know, like those horoscopes where it's like, yo, it's sounding a little too real. You know?
Yeah, but it makes a lot of sense.
It does.
Because sometimes, what if the things that were holding us back is because for the very reason and our purpose to actually overcome,
Yeah.
right? Like we're chosen battles to fight and become the person that we conquer over.
Yeah.
Now, check this. Okay, there's a few more.
Okay.
Almost done.
Yeah.
If you have, hold on. You have an obsession with appearance or body image. It's because you're meant to reflect God's glory, not the world's standards. So he can't get you to hate. So he's gonna try to get you to hate your image.
Damn. It's bars though.
There's a lot here. I'm gonna do one more because
Okay.
it's too much. All right. If you're drawn to witchcraft, astrology, or manifestation,
Okay, manifestation.
it's because you have a prophetic gift meant for God's kingdom. The enemy counterfeits your gift to keep you out of alignment.
Oh, okay. So it's
So
like you're gonna believe in other stuff that's actually not.
You're
right.
gifted with faith,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna trick you to
I'm
choose
gonna,
the.
you-
Yeah,
You should believe in those crystals. You know what I mean?
Okay, one last one.
Okay,
This one's actually good.
Alright.
Okay, if you struggle with overspending or greed, it's because you're meant to be a kingdom financer. So he wants to keep you broke so you can never bless others.
No, that's deep, fam. Yo, this is definitely a high episode. Fam.
Yeah, because if you think about it in the like, look one way and check the other. Remember I told you that?
Yep.
That's how people usually deceive you. Look that way, and I'm gonna do something here because what's over here is what's more important.
Mm-hmm.
And if you focus on what's more important, and instead of the rah, the distractions and shit, and we see distractions clear as day, fam. But sometimes we don't because we're not focused. Then we can never see what's the truth.
Yeah, that's why you gotta always keep a good relationship with God.
Yeah.
Because I've seen this thing was like some people pray to God, they're on the phone line,
Mhm.
and it's just them asking for shit and then hanging up,
Mm.
and you're not even having a convo. And that hit me because I'm like, yo, back then I used to do that hella. Like, oh, can you help me with this test? And then I wouldn't even do anything back. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So that's when I really learned how to pray, fam. Like you have to like have a good like
That's
at
two-way
least
call.
talk.
It's a two-way
It's a
call.
two-way
Yeah,
call,
it's a
fam. You
two-way
gotta
call,
talk
fam.
to him, fam.
It's a two-way call, and I can put it on speakerphone. For
Really?
you too, type shit.
Yeah, no, real friends do that though. Like if you have good spirits, you can pass that on to others.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
I kind of like that. It's a two-way call.
Yeah.
But you can make it speakerphone.
You can make it speakerphone.
if you're brave enough. If you're not
Yeah,
shy.
Real shit, fam.
All right, thank you for watching the episode of Jump for Jump Podcast. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Go
Oh, and then make sure, I thought you were going to say more. And then make sure to go down to Spotify, Apple, keep rating those episodes, download the episodes. We love you guys, man.
And yeah, jumpers jump out.
Deuces.